need someone to save me. No, and don't come running to play.
Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. Today I'm very excited because I am bringing you my very first fall decorate with me. Now this is a very early fall, so I am kind of staying away from pumpkins, but I still want to add a couple fall touches. This is also first time I will be decorating this hutch and this whole room since we made it over. If you've been following along for a while, you've seen what this room looked like before, and we had painted it, added board and batten to it. I got a new hutch. I'm planning on making over the table. I did make over a hutch. That video is already on my DIY channel, but I am in process of making over a table. So I have done the chairs. I have not done the tabletop yet. So you're just gonna have to stay tuned for that. I also made over my tea card that was in this room from before, which will be another video over on my DIY channel. So I'm starting off with this hutch, and I am going to be adding lots of greens, kind of end of the season greens. So I have some fake apples I want to add, and then I also cut down some hydrangeas from my garden. I did share this over on my Instagram. I am trying to dry them 2 different ways. So in this room I am doing just adding them to the basket and letting them sit there and see what happens. And then the other method that I'm doing is adding water to a vase and letting the water evaporate and then dry in the vase. So I'm gonna see which method is better and which one I like better. So I am going to be adding some, almost all decor that's in this room is from my home. I did not go out to purchase anything. I think the only thing that I had purchased is pampas grass, but I had purchased that still back in spring. That's new that I have not used anywhere else. But I had repurposed a couple of different things. You saw the scale that I added, the apples, that was a thrift find that I had repurposed. I also repurposed a vase that I'm using on this table. And then I'm adding all of my fine china that I had as a wedding present from my husband's grandmother. So I really wanted to have somewhere to add a couple pieces to display them. I love this china. It's Mikasa Palatia Platinum. I think that's what it's called. I think it's discontinued now, but it's very simple with just a little silver band around it, and I absolutely love it. And I thought it looks really, really great against this black painted hutch. And then I'm going to be adding also my little snow babies, because I over the years have accumulated several of them. Most of them were gifts from my daycare parents, from the kids for Christmas. So they are very dear and special to me. So I wanted to display them, have a place to display them as well. I'm not displaying all of them, just a few.
In the wildest dream I'd see you again. Never dreamed about nothing else other than you. I always thought I'd be waiting in vain, but suddenly there you were. Never thought it'd be easy to feel you in my arms, but now we're here and I'm all in, and I wonder by you, 'cause I can stay till the morning or stay till the dawn, but just hold me now. I wanna be so much better whenever you're around. I wanna say something clever to get in your mind, 'cause right now we're not together and I lose my...
If you're stopping by my channel, my name is Sonia and this is my home channel where I share tons of home decorating and cleaning inspiration. If this is something that you think you might be interested in, please consider subscribing, pressing the notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. We have done a huge main floor makeover just this past couple months. It's almost finished. Actually, the next video that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is my newly renovated home tour. Now it's not fully completed yet. I have been waiting for the kitchen to be finished, but just like everything else and all these issues with supplies and everything, I'm waiting. Now the kitchen is to the usable point at least, so I can cook and wash my dishes and all that stuff. And I have been dying to share the whole thing with you, so I am going to go ahead and share it even though it's not 100% completed. So make sure you tune in for that, and make sure if you are subscribed that notification bell is on so you don't miss out when this upload comes up.
Oh, I feel so much better whenever you're around, whenever you're around. Yeah, yeah, whenever you're around, whenever you're around.
I really do love the way this turned out with the white china against the black cabinet. It just pops, as well as the greenery that I've used here. I am loving the touches of wood as well, and I think the whole thing just works so well together. Let me know what you think.
Is it too late to feel you? Is it too late to tell you about how much I'm sorry?
So next I'm going to be decorating this table, and if you've been around, you know this table came from my dining room dinette. I have actually sold my formal dining room table, and my mother-in-law took. So I moved this table here because I no longer have a dinette. I made that whole space a kitchen. So this table will be used regularly, especially when all of my kids are home and we can have a family dinner. So I want to have something on there that's simple to take off. So I'm going to be adding this tablecloth. I bought this a while back. I have used it in my winter decorating. If you watched that video, you might have seen it. But the vase that I'm adding is actually a thrifted. I'm pretty sure it used to be a wine bottle, but I did get it at a thrift store. I think I paid $1 for it, and I ended up painting it with some chalk paint and added some stuff to the chalk paint. I will have that DIY video over on my DIY channel probably next week. And then I'm adding some pampas grass. So this is the grass that I had purchased while back at a local store called Dublin Mercantile, and as you can see, it's very, very long. Now I have decided that I most likely will never use it in its full size, so I had cut it down to fit inside the vase. Did not realize that I was actually just recording the back of me the whole time, and you're actually not seeing me cutting the pampas grass to size, so I do apologize for that.
Things I have done for the things I never did, but I promise, dear, I'll never let you go. So don't let go, get close to me. Oh, don't let go, get close to me. My body's waiting for you. I know your body's been waiting too. I wanna be so much better whenever you're around. I wanna say something clever to get in your mind. 'Cause right now we're not together, and I lose my within. Oh, I feel so.
This grass sure made a big mess. I probably should have cut it somewhere else. So I needed to clean that up, and then I'm going to have to vacuum the dining room afterwards because, like I said, it just made a huge mess. And I'm also adding a little decor piece that is wooden, and I thought it just kind of ties in all the wood elements from the hutch, and I had DIY that as well. So it is made out of the wooden snakes from the Dollar Tree, and you can also find that video on my DIY channel. I feel like I'm advertising my DIY channel here constantly, but I do use a lot of my DIYs in my decor.
It's better whenever you're around, whenever you're around. Yeah, yeah, whenever you're around.
So here is the table. I think it turned out really cute, very simple, very easy to remove and put back whenever we need to use the table.
Whenever you're around, whenever you're around, yeah.
Now it's time to decorate this tea card. This tea card has gotten 2 makeovers in the last year, and I think I love this one the most. I added some gold touches to it because I do have several pieces throughout the house that are black with gold touches, so I thought that would look really good and tie all those things together. Now the tea card took me a little trial and error to figure out how I wanted to decorate it, so just watch me add stuff and take stuff off, but that's typically how I decorate. I just play around with it until I find what I like.
Sometimes we act like a fool, not aware we're troublemakers. Sometimes we try to be cool, not being givers, only takers. Stop for a minute, stop and breathe for a minute. Don't get over your head, try to listen instead, won't you? Think for a minute, who you wanna be for a minute. Don't get over your head, you're like everyone else, aren't you? You could gain from being a bit nicer, know when to talk and when to shut your mouth. You're so moody, always such a fighter. Try to open up your mind sometimes, you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. Sometimes we yell when we're sad, and sometimes we laugh when we're afraid. Sometimes we smile when we're mad, and some lines we wished we'd never said.
So I love the way this turned out. Very simple, but yet kind of tie in all the rest of the colors that I'm using in this room.
Stop for a minute, stop and breathe for a minute. Don't get over your head, try to listen.
So I would love to know, are you guys decorating for fall? Do you think it's too early? I typically already start, but this year everything's been a little bit delayed, and also we haven't had a vacation yet, so we are heading out on Friday on our vacation, so I didn't want to start any of that full-on fall decor until we come back, and then it will be fall anyways almost, so it will feel right to decorate. And this way I had shared almost all the rooms without all the fall touches in it. This one I think had the most, with all the pops of green and harvested flowers and all that stuff. And I thought it's a perfect balance for the beginning of fall, those early fall touches, and then we're going to be adding some pumpkins later on. Well, I hope you had enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you had enjoyed it. What was your favorite part about it? And also, if you've been following along for a while, let me know what you think about my makeover. Do you think it turned out really good? I love how bright and airy it looks now. And I did actually do a before and after video reel on my Instagram, so make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it yet. The links are all in the description box. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you all so much for watching.